Hello everyone, this is Fafa Bear 8 back with another episode of Fafa Bear 8 reading. Or we can do something. I'm so excited for a little bit. I came across a video about a trailer coming up for a new Batman movie. It's called Batman the Brave and the Bold. Yeah, I know. It's just like a show on TV. Now they're having a movie about it. When are the movie coming out? Excuse me. I just thought I could do a little reading. So today, I'm going to read Batman and Robin in the case of the Laughing Spinx. With Andrew Blair, illustrated by Ross Andrew, Jim, Emma, Joe Orlando, and China Wood. The characters of the Batman series are created by Bob Kane. The full moon hung silently in the late night sky as a cool breeze swept through the grounds of the Gotham City Circus. The last show was over, and all the members of the circus were asleep. Even the animals rested peacefully. It had been a hard day for both man and beast, but and all needed a good night's rest. But inside one tent, a light still glowed brightly. Its occupant could not sleep. All he could do was sit and think and stare at the newspaper headlines. Inside the tent, young Dick Grayson, a member of the acrobatic family called the Flying Graysons, knew his circus career was at an end. Earlier that day, there had been a mysterious accident. In the middle of their act, Dick's parents had fallen from the trapeze and suddenly, Dick was an orphan. Now he needed time to think about what he should do. At first, Dick did not hear the strange sounds coming from outside his tent. But when the lions began roaring angrily, he was startled. He turned to listen. There was a hissing sound. There was a hissing noise, like a sound of air being let out of a balloon. Then the other animals began howling and growling. Cautiously, Dick stood up and peered through the flap of his tent. They were 4 men wearing gas masks. They have tanks strapped to their backs and were busy spraying the animals with some kind of gas. Their masks make their voices hard to hear, so Dick had to listen carefully. What he heard shocked him. When we finish spraying the animals with this gas, the only thing they'll do at showtime tomorrow is sleep. Yeah, after that trapeze accident and this stunt, the circus owner will give us everything we want. The more the young acrobat heard, the angrier he became. And these men were responsible for his parents' accident. They were criminals, and they had to be brought to justice. Fiercely, Dick darted out of his tent, surprising the sinister gang. And before they could stop him, Dick kicked one of the criminals to the ground. His ears are training on the trapeze. He's made Dick strong and quick, and now he was fooling the gang scheme. You rats! You can't go around hurting people and animals! He shouted at the gang, but the odds were against Dick. It was 4 against 1, and the young acrobat needed help. Suddenly, out of the darkness swooped the Batman. The crooks were gripped with fear as the dynamic defender of the night descended upon them. Dick could see the anger blazing in the Caped Crusader's eyes and was thankful for his mysterious appearance. It's time to stop you criminals once and for all. Batman! Let's get out of here! Wow! Batman! And I'm glad you showed up. 4 against 1 are bad odds to anyone in anyone's book. But I think this will even things up a bit, Batman said, as he landed a knockout punch to the leader's jaw. Go get him, Batman! Shouted the courageous Dick Grayson. Without a pause, Batman whipped his batarang and another criminal, causing him to slam into one of his partners in crime. I've finally got the goods on you, gentlemen, and you'll all be going to prison where you belong, Batman said. Dick watched the Batman with the costume hero was as graceful as the Flying Graysons. But the Batman was not there to entertain. He was fighting for justice. Dick noticed a member of the gang sneaking up behind Batman with the grace of a gazelle. Dick jumped. Dick jumped up somersaulting over Batman's shoulder right into the criminal's chest. Batman was amazed. He did not expect a mere boy to be capable of performing such feat. Excuse me. A few minutes later, the police arrived to arrest the four defeated criminals. Batman spoke to Dick, whose head was still spinning from all the excitement. Son, I've been tracking down that gang for a long time. They were wrecking circuses all over the country. When I heard about the trapeze accident last night, I knew this gang was responsible. I'm sorry I arrived too late to save your parents. But I wouldn't have been able to round up those criminals all without your help. The animals will rest all day tomorrow, but they'll be alright. What about you, Dick? What are your plans now? Despite his grief, Dick could hardly conceal the excitement in his voice. I wanted justice, Batman, and thanks to you, I got it. But now, I'm all alone in the world. My parents are gone, but seeing you in action makes me want to spend my life fighting crime. Please, Batman, can I help you? All right, son, Batman replied. You deserve a chance. After what you did tonight, I warn you, fighting crime is hard work, and you might not be cut out for it, but you'll have to decide that for yourself. Let's go! Within moments, the Batman and Dick Grayson were riding along the outskirts of Gotham City in the turbo-powered Batmobile. As the cool night air swept by them, the Batman told Dick why he became a masked crime fighter. Dick, Batman said, I was an orphan too. Criminals were responsible for the death of my parents when I was just a boy. I swore then to devote my life to battling criminals wherever they may be. That's why I'm giving you this opportunity. I won't disappoint you, Batman, Dick answered. Later, the two arrived at the Batcave, Batman's secret headquarters. All around them were the prizes and trophies he have gathered for years of crime fighting. It's like a museum, Dick said, fascinated by the amazing collection. At this, Batman simply smiled and said, You get at the chance to look over everything in the Batcave a little later. Right now, and for the next few weeks, you'll be trained physically and mentally for the life you've chosen. Let's get started! True to Batman's word, the next few weeks were painful and exhausting for the young Dick Grayson. But they were also wonderful. Dick fought off his... to do all the exercising Batman was teaching him, and he accomplished them well. The Batman and his civilian identity of wealthy playboy Bruce Wayne spent many hours training the young acrobat for the challenges Dick would face as a crime fighter. Gee, Bruce, we already run 5 miles. Can't we take a rest? Just 1 more mile to go, Dick, and then we'll see how well you'll do on the parallel bars. As the weeks pass, as Dick could feel his body getting stronger and stronger. Each day he discovered muscles he never knew he had. Soon he could lift heavy sets of weights high over his head. And where before he struggled to get them a few inches off the floor, while Dick's body became stronger and faster, his brain became sharper. His eyes were able to follow the lightning fast movements of the punching bag. In every respect, he was ready to work with his teacher in the war against crime. Dick knew the time had come when, at the end of the training session, Batman told him, "Now Gotham City will get its first look at a new young crime fighter." That night, Dick sat reading a magazine in the library of Wayne Manor. The article he read was so interesting that Dick did not hear Bruce Wayne enter the cozy room. Bruce held a costume in his hands. "I think that you are ready to wear this costume," Bruce said. "The only thing that you need to decide is what name you'll use in your crime-fighting career." Dick walked over to a shelf and pulled out a book about Robin Hood, a brave man who had fought injustice long ago. "Ever since I was a little kid, Robin Hood has been my favorite hero," Dick said. "So I think I'll call myself Robin." "I think that's a good choice," Bruce said. "Now it's time to try on your costume." Moments later, Dick returned to the room in the shadowy light. Dick hardly looked like a young boy anymore. Instead, he seemed tall, strong, and ready for action. After all these years of fighting crime by himself, the Batman had a partner. And with Robin the Boy Wonder by his side, Gotham City will be a safer place to live. Days later, Bruce and Dick were sitting in the library when Alfred the butler walked in. Alfred was the only person who knew that Bruce and Dick were also the Batman and Robin. "Excuse me, sirs," Alfred said. "The bat signal is shining in the sky. You must be wanted at police headquarters." In almost no time at all, the Batman and Robin arrived at Gotham City Police Headquarters. Commissioner Gordon stood at the top of the stairs waiting for them. "What seems to be the problem?" Batman said as he raced up the stairs. "There's been a kidnapping, Batman. And then, frankly, I don't know what to do about it," Commissioner Gordon answered. He looked worried. "Come inside and I'll show you what information we have." Inside Commissioner Gordon's office is a slide machine projecting a picture of an odd-looking man onto a screen. "This is Frederick Smythe," Gordon explained. "He is a world-famous archaeologist, and he is the man who was kidnapped. Smythe just made the greatest discovery of his career while in Egypt last month. He found this. This is the Laughing Spinx," Gordon said solemnly, "and it is also missing. Hidden inside the Sphinx are 3 golden eggs. It's rumored that inside the eggs, these are the pieces of a map that will lead to the owner of the greatest treasure ever imagined. Batman, you must find the Sphinx before the eggs are smashed open and this great archaeological treasure is destroyed." "Have you got any clues?" the Batman asked. "Only this. Yes, it was received in the mail this morning." Batman read the clue. "You can't be an egghead to win at this game, where questions mean prizes and prizes mean fame." He thought for a moment and said, "All right, Commissioner, we'll get on it right away. Robin, let's get back to the Batcave and feed this clue into the Batcomputer." As the dynamic duo rode through the Gotham City streets, The Batman was silent for a long time. Then he said to Robin, I got a hunch. This may be the toughest case we've ever faced. When the Kid Crusaders arrived at the Batcave, Batman headed straight to the gigantic Batcomputer. Robin watched with interest as the Dark Knight detective sat down at the keyboard to type his questions into the talking computer. I'm going to ask it which of our enemies could be responsible for this crime. And the machine ought to be able to tell us the name of the villain we should track down. Batman explained to Boy Wonder. In a few seconds, we'll have our answer. The Batcomputer clicked in word. Lights blinked on and off. Suddenly, it spoke. There are 4 possible suspects in this case. The computer said in a cold mechanical voice. 4? Robin said with surprise. Quiet, Robin. Batman said sternly. Computer, continue transmission. Suspect number 1, the Penguin, also known as Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. The Penguin uses umbrellas in his crimes. He is known for crimes involving birds. Since his case involves a thief of a Sphinx containing 3 eggs, he may be the culprit. Suspect number 2, the Joker, also known as the Clown Prince of Crime. This insane villain steals things. Eggs are funny, humorous, or comic nature. Since the stolen item is called the Laughing Spinx, the Joker may be responsible for the crime. Suspect number 3, the Catwoman, alias Selina Kyle, jewel theft, cat burglar. Her crime usually involve cats both big and small. Since the Laughing Spinx is half cat and half human, the Catwoman may be the guilty party. Suspect number 4, the Riddler, alias Edward Nigma. The Riddler's main characteristic is uncontrollable need to outsmart the Batman by using perplexing clues. Since the clue received by Commissioner Gordon is in fact a riddle, the Riddler may be involved. However, this computer can offer no answer to the riddle itself. And transmission. The computer clicked off. 4 suspects? Wow! Oh, what do we do now, Batman? Robin asked. Track down our first suspect, of course. Batman replied. To the Iceberg Ice Cube Factory. Robin, in search of our fine feathered feed, the Penguin. The Iceberg and the Ice Cube Factory. It looks more like a fortress than an ice cube plant. Robin said as he pointed into the dark building which stood on the outskirts of Gotham City like a mysterious castle. I heard this place is the Penguin's hideout, the Batman said. It's filled with all types of booby traps to stop trespassers. We got to be careful, Robin. The Penguin may be waiting for us. Once inside the icy warehouse, the dynamic duo use their bat flashes to find their way through the cold darkness. They searched through every inch of the frigid fortress, but found no trace of the Penguin. Just as they were ready to give up, Robin spotted something. Batman! Through this trap door, I see a light down there. Good work, Robin, Batman said as they shoved through the hatch. Look! An umbrella! Robin shouted as they landed. An umbrella! That means the Penguin must be around. Out here somewhere. But before we can go looking for him, Let's investigate this clue, Batman said calmly. When they walked up through the lit doorway, Batman and Robin found themselves in a huge freezer room. Behind the umbrella left by the Penguin stood a huge mountain and apparently stacked ice cubes. Careful, Robin, Batman whispered. The slightest noise might send those ice cubes tumbling down on us. It Fred. Without saying a word, Robin pointed at the umbrella lying in front of the ice cube mountain. Batman knelt down and read the note pinned to it. I don't know you or what you do, but I'll find out when the game is through. Another riddle, Batman whispered, and it looks like the Penguin has flown the coop. We better track down our next suspect. At that very moment, omit the dynamic duel was startled by the sudden appearance of the Penguin! When the foul fiend stood by the freezer door, cackling hysterically. Ha ha! Looking for the Laughing Spinx, eh, Batman? And well, you come to the wrong place. The only thing you'll find here is a rather icy reception. With surprising speed, the Penguin turned to make his escape. Batman! He's getting away! Stop it, Robin. Sorry, Dynamic Duds, but I'll have to give you the cold shoulder. Slam! Robin, the sound of that door slamming. It's loud enough to make the ice cube mountain. Batman's words were cut off by a rumbling sound as the ice cubes rose again. And to crash all about the dairy crime fighters. The Penguin started an avalanche! We'll be buried alive! Robin shouted above the thunderous noise of the falling cubes of ice. If they were going to escape the Penguin's rusty fix, Batman will have to think fast.